investigate, they're going to find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe, and they're spoiled. Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're going to find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.
The army has been a mainstay of global history, a vehicle for both countries to protect their territories as well as occupy new ones. Via a mix of nationalism, propaganda, necessity and manipulation, countries have consistently convinced members of their population to lay down their lives for the good of their people. But with more visibility of war crimes, nefarious justifications of interventions and increased public knowledge of global power dynamics, the army has begun to lose some of its national pride. With this, and countries schisming along the lines of political ideology, perhaps there will no longer be nations left to fight for. So should army ad campaigns be allowed, or do they unfairly prey on people? Are those that join the army doing so primarily out of sincere patriotism, or is it a vehicle for the unadjusted? Is it possible to settle international disputes without shows of brute force? And is a national army a defensive necessity, or should we look to alternatives in the modern era? To help me answer some of these questions, I'm joined by Charlie Milner, who's armed and dangerous. If armed means erect and dangerous means STI positive. Charlie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me over.
Charlie, where are you? Over.
I'm here.
But I can't see you. Over.
Yes, come over here.
I'm here, but I still can't quite see you.
I'm in the trench.
Wave. Oh, there you are. Your camouflage was so effective.
I'm a deep cover agent. I'm covered in I'm wearing flowers.
Yeah.
Do they ever wear flowers for cover?
Yeah. If they're deep within a lilac field.
Delicious meadow.
So we're going to dive into the army. Now, this is not a conversation about the RAF or the Navy. So
no, it's called the army. It's not called the swimmy, is it?
Or the flyy. If you're here expecting a long conversation about the pros and cons of naval warfare,
you come to the wrong place.
You've come to the wrong pod.
You have.
You
should go down the road to Blandrew and Blarley, investigate the
Blavey. So this is going to be focused on army, which I suppose, if we're defining terms at the early stage of this episode, that's infantry, foot soldiers, marshmen, ground people.
Well, it depends. Do we include cyber warfare in the army? I think we don't. I think we include only shooty gun, the guns and the tanks and the kind of bullets.
Now
and the khaki.
So obviously,
not to be confused with your car keys, because
I don't have any because I don't drive. So it would be weird to confuse them with them, given that one of them is non-existent.
It'd be impossible.
You don't write the rules, though. What I would, obviously scientists hate us now. Tree surgeons hate us.
I think the army definitely hate us.
I think the army definitely hate us, but particularly army specialists are going to hate us.
Can you imagine how awful it would be to play our pod in front of a load of soldiers? Like the sound that they'd make.
Yeah,
I think they'd be really repulsed by us.
Do the sound. The army, in my world, and it's a ridiculous world, but it might be that the army itself is an umbrella term for all of the military. But then I've just said military, and that must be the umbrella term.
No, the army
is the land division. But what's the infantry?
The guys that go on the ground.
Well, a bunch of babies running around shooting guns, which isn't too far from the actual.
The infantry. Army. Yeah, it's strange that they call it the infantry. Toddlery.
The toddlery, the preschool,
the good
brigade.
Good boy-ery. Now, if you're in a hovercraft, you're neither hither nor thither.
You're neither hither nor thither. I would still count that as the Navy.
You're very you've got an identity crisis.
Well, I guess because hovercrafts can travel on the
no, floating on not on the
not on the sea.
Not on the sea. No, that would be Navy.
Well, hovercraft. Well, yeah, like a kind of amphibious. They can be the amphibious division. So I think on this podcast we actually linger too long on definitions and it muddies the waters. So I think maybe we'll say for this episode, the army is a land-based fighting unit, mostly associated with a nation state.
I think that's fair enough.
Wow, that's probably our best definitional conversation we've had.
Thanks for saying that.
But as always, definitions are in opposition to their opposite. So just another reminder, we won't be discussing the Navy or the RAF.
We won't be saying that ever again, actually.
Ever again.
We won't talk. Well, I mean, in this episode.
Never again.
So can we also talk about my favourite phrase in the world?
Yes.
You and Whose Army.
You and Whose Army. Let's have a quick round of applause for You and Whose Army because it is an excellent phrase.
It's perfect. I think it's only matched for me by Ships in the Night.
Interesting.
I like Ships in the Night a lot.
You're in dangerous territory there.
Oh, God. But not Navy ships, cruise
After
ships.
immediately
Cruise ships in the night.
Cruise ships in the night, or leisure ships in the night.
One's going to Gibraltar,
Party
the
boats
other's
in the
off to Andorra.
You're damn right. In the night.
And they don't even know about each other.
They don't.
But they're both having lovely times.
A wonderful time.
So I like ships in the night
Yeah.
because it's like, it's very visual.
The grass is always greener.
I
is
did
my
have
favourite.
one. The grass is always greener.
Yeah.
And it's
Love it.
How apt.
And how apt it is. I like it because of how it sounds and how true it is. But you were saying
the
something.
truth is, the grass is never greener.
Right.
You just need to go and sit on it.
You're absolutely right. It's actually,
I think that's the point of that expression, isn't it?
Yeah.
The grass is never greener.
No.
It looks greener.
Yeah.
Hop over the fence.
Yeah, the grass is, yeah.
It's pretty shit.
Well, the grass is always greener on the other side. Means that the
Mm.
grass is never greener on your side.
Yes.
Yes, if we take the same
The grass
to
is
it,
brown on my side.
and it's a lovely fluorescent, do you want
Kind of
fluorescent?
artificial astroturf on the other side.
That's what I want my grass to be, fluorescent astroturf.
Perspective on astroturf. Perspective on
Please.
astroturfs in
People's gardens? Fucking die. Get fucked
Die.
and die. I find it absolutely abhorrent. It's something that people around my neck of the woods would do in kind of Burgess Hill area.
You don't like it.
Don't like it. Why? You've got one bit. Like, we're living in these like harsh new builds in a scary
Well, you
block
are.
world. Many people are, Charlie. That's the economic reality of our country. In the scary block world, and the one thing you can do to bring some nature into your life is have like a garden, even just a little patch that's yours that you know it interacts with nature, where the rain hits it and grass grows.
Yeah,
You
but-
might do some flower pots or something. Then whack an astroturf on it. Why? So a barbecue's easier in summer. Get fucked.
What about all the single mamas who've got little boys who are just tearing the absolute shit out of the garden?
Then let it grow wild. Then I
It's not
like
gonna
a
grow-
wild.
There'll be no growth. It's
Because
like a
the
little
boys
gopher.
are tearing
He's like
the
a little
earth
mole.
out.
Yeah, he's just like absolutely
A
taking
mole
the
boy.
garden to pieces.
Well, if you will take it to fucking intensive therapy. Don't.
No, he's just playing.
Don't shift
He's-
your
he's-
garden
he's
out.
exhibiting play, and he's trying to learn. So let him-
Exhibiting play by digging holes in
Yeah,
the garden.
yeah.
Sort your kid out. Don't get an astroturf. That's my.
I think lean into it. Get a pink flamingo. You know those like
Yeah.
plastic pink flamingos.
Okay.
Just tart up your garden entire. Make it kind of casino style.
yeah, with like a kind of with water features.
Yeah, some
But
very
that's-
cheap kind of a little
Hmm.
sort of a mosaic on the wall, but it's sort of shit. And
Are you including gnomes in this?
I am
Gnomes are included.
Mm-hmm.
Not with this podcast.
My friend Kevin Perry, Kev Mudd, has actually got.
Kev Modd's making another appearance.
He is. He's got a routine which apparently when he he says when you get fat, apparently when you look down at your penis, it's like a gnome in a garden where the grass is growing, where all you end up seeing is a little kind of pink hat.
What, popping out?
Yeah, because of the kind of swelling of form that encompasses it. It's a horrible image, but it's very apt.
So you and whose army is a
And true.
wonderful phrase. And
Yeah.
we've taken a minute for it. Why do you like it so much?
I just think it's sort of rude.
Yeah.
You can't really come back from it.
Let's do a workshop. What kind
I
of
think the only
situation-
equivalent, I guess, is like Billy No Mates or Family, or and I'm the Queen of England, I guess.
Billy No Mates or family?
Well, as in like,
What do you mean family? What do you mean all
threaten
family?
me.
Oi, I'm going to fucking deck you. Not do your decking. I'm going to knock your teeth out, you
Yeah,
scumbag.
all right, Billy No Mates or Family.
Billy No Mates or family?
Yeah, you got nothing. You can't.
Oh, I see. Billy No Mates or family. I thought you were
Nothing.
saying, or you just say family.
Billy No Mates or Family.
Billy No Mates or family?
Yeah, all right. Billy No Mates or Family.
Okay.
Good luck with that. It's the same effect as you and whose army.
Yep. Billy No
Or-
Mates or family.
Threaten me one more time.
Oi, mate, I'm going to fucking bust your nose in.
Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. No,
That's good. That's good.
I'm actually Charlie.
Right, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. Yeah, I think we got. Yeah,
We got off on the wrong foot there. My aggression comes from childhood trauma.
I guess you and whose army is also you and whose army is my favorite of them. But ultimately, what you're saying is you're a loser and you've got nothing. You've got no one.
What you're
with you.
saying, you're both saying you have no mates.
You have no
and therefore
power
you
here,
lack
Jackie
you
Weaver.
lack the effective force to hurt me.
Yeah,
So it's a double hit.
it's devastating.
Oh yeah, with that knob.
What do you mean by that?
What? Threaten me.
I'm going to hit you in the mouth.
Oh yeah, with that knob. Hey,
No,
you
with
did that on purpose.
No,
you did that on purpose.
Is that what you want?
No, I don't want your
You want-
knob in my mouth, but I know it now.
Oh, yeah,
sounds
with that
like
knob?
Oh yeah, with that
Okay.
knob. Please. Fair enough. It's good to
You
workshop these
absolutely
things.
fucked yourself there.
You fucked me. You knew what I was going to do, and you fucked me.
I really didn't.
All right, go for me.
I'm really going to make you pay for everything you've ever said to me.
You couldn't gather a room of people if you had an empty room and a bloody lot of invitations for a birthday party that you're throwing because no one would come.
I work at a burgeoning startup and they got me a cake for my birthday. So good luck with that, buddy.
Well, something like 75% of startups fail, so I imagine you won't be in that company for long, and then all your fake work friends will dissolve.
It matters not, because I've already met it.
Are we in Shakespeare now? It matters not.
It matters
For the sunset set.
It matters not, because I've already had them over for lunch. Most of them. And I made paninis.
What's your position at this company?
Me?
Yeah.
My position is
Yeah.
software developer.
Software developer. Software developer.
Python. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard
It's
of
like a
Python.
big snake.
And I'm going to show you my big snake when it comes out of my trousers and eats your
Eats me.
nose.
Eats my nose.
Yeah, got a fucking massive hog.
You're going to put your... Okay. Weird. I don't know where we've ended up there from me threatening. So in the end, you're fucking me?
Yeah.
But maybe that's
What, at the end of the day.
playing into my bum.
Let's discuss the combined cadet force.
Now, for
Charlie
anyone who's
and I,
not an uppity private school pig,
like us two uppity private school pigs,
do you want to explain what that is?
the combined cadet force is does what it says in the tin in some ways, but it's something that you have to or can opt into at school, where it's basically cosplaying as a young army man. You can join the army, the
or
Navy,
lady. They have a lady
or lady. You can join the army, the Navy, or the RAF.
We're not meant to be talking about the other two.
We're not meant to be talking about the other two.
We wouldn't know anything about the other
I've never heard of that. I've just had a fit live on air. But the army, you can join it, and basically you just do like the shit bits of it. It's like, it's a lot of fucking discipline without any of the killing.
Did you do it?
Right? Well, yeah. So you basically just go around on parade and do like the left turn, and then maybe do some marching and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I did do it.
I didn't do it. What was it like?
It was awful.
What's the vibe?
It's genuinely one of the worst things I've ever done.
Is it like that horrible film where the guy's just shouting at the officer? You know that bald guy, the very famous shot of the guy like basically calling him pond scum? You are a maggot! You are a maggot! And you will understand! You must understand me right now!
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Were you booted out of the army after that?
Yeah. No, they begged us not to sign up again, and then he made sure that there'd be space for us elsewhere, and we did recycling the next year. That's when we lost 75 people.
And that's a noble pursuit.
It is a noble pursuit.
It's better,
of which we still fucked.
Bad soldier versus amazing recycler.
No, it was bad recycler.
Fine, but if you could have been good, if you'd applied yourself.
Yeah, if I didn't lose all those people's phones.
It's hard to know where you fit in, really.
Yeah,
have you always felt
been trying to find it ever since, Charlie. If it's not the army or recycling, what else is there left for a man?
I didn't do
Porn.
CCF.
Yes, you didn't.
I know. You got the choice between CCF or kind of volunteering.
Yeah.
And I chose volunteering because
honourable.
I like to give back.
You do.
And everyone was there were different options. You could go teach French at a sort of school, or you could go do gardening at a kind of community allotment.
Yeah.
And me and one other guy in the year called Mook. He's one of the funniest guys I've ever met. We stopped talking now, but we used to FaceTime every day. I've got loads of screenshots of me and him just on Facebook FaceTime.
Again, it's not a therapy session. But
it's just I'm just trying to build the picture. It was
you liked Mook. You had a
really
friend called Mook. Yeah,
he was an amazing person. He lobbed a poo at a guy.
Right. Why? What? That
honestly,
doesn't mean he's that's not the correct sentence to follow. He's an amazing person with. He lobbed at people.
His best friend though, one guy after school.
What do you mean it was just one guy? It was just the one guy throwing shit at people.
No,
wow.
He lobbed what it once.
Fine.
And we used to speak all the time. I don't see him anymore. But me and him voted for street dance on the form.
Yeah.
And for some reason, no one else did. I don't know why you wouldn't. This by far the most fun.
Yeah.
So they sent us I'm not exaggerating. I believe it's the biggest estate in Western Europe. I think it's the biggest estate in Western Europe. It's called Blackbird Leys.
Housing estate?
I think it might be the biggest housing estate in Western Europe.
Okay.
And they sent us there every Friday after...
What, to really get into like street dancing? Your school sent a group of private school boys.
Two boys.
Two of you.
One who flings
two private school boys off to a housing estate so they could learn to street dance.
Well, more that we could teach. It was a really...
Teach?
It was confused. It was such a confused role because like we were sent there every Friday after school for 2 hours. We would go to this street dance class at this leisure centre there. But it was unclear what our role was, and our kind of power was very confused because it was like we're the oldest there, but these kids are like 12 often.
Right.
There was a teacher, loads of 12-year-olds.
So you're like giving back to the youth community.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But we were obviously the worst there at street dance, and some of them were really good. So we're kind of at once in charge and also shit at street dance. So we'd literally, I mean, if you're told to street dance, you think of the likes of Diversity.
You do.
And I don't know,
George Sampson.
Signature from Britain's Got Talent, if you remember them. The guy in the turban and the lawyer.
Yes, I do remember
Gives
them.
me goosebumps. I still watch that on YouTube.
Gave me goosebumps just then as well. How pathetic are we?
It's pathetic.
How pathetic are we? I
What,
remember
me talking about Signature.
and I got goosebumps because I remember their first audition with the
Amazing. And then he's like do. That absolutely does me in. And then there was that girl. There's that cut to that girl laughing, and she's laughing her head off, and so are you. And
so are you.
And once you nothing else matters.
Nothing else matters. The world's going to be okay
for a time, but obviously you have to appreciate this is before kind of the birth of AI and Nintendo,
social media.
Yeah. So things are different.
Things are different now.
But yeah, you think of street dance and you think of that, but in terms of what you can actually do, what you'll find, I'm not sure if you're aware,
chalk and cheese,
much more limited. Yeah. So you got everyone, the likes of you and me, can bust out. If you can explain what I'm doing for the listeners,
the sprinkler.
Yeah. Pea size.
Pea size. Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But if you're in a street dance environment, you're going to get eaten alive.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I did. So at the end of every class, you'd pair up with somebody. Me and Mook were open to not being in the pair together. We were there to connect and learn.
Yeah.
But no one ever wanted to go with us. So at the end of the thing, it would always be like, you do a kind of freestyle routine. All these kids were doing mad like head spins and all that shit. Me and Mook would do the sprinkler and pea size.
Yeah.
And the teacher would ask the kids what they thought. And the kids would just be like,
it was rubbish.
That was shit.
Yeah.
I was dead.
Well, as it sounded shit.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And I'm not inspired by that. And I don't know why these guys are here, was the kind of
that's completely fair
tone.
enough.
So yeah, it was, but despite that, we loved it. And we did learn a routine. Can I perform it?
Yeah.
I can only do about 5 seconds. Give me a beat, please.
For everyone listening, you don't need to bother turning over to video because it's exactly how you'd imagine it to be.
So I did that, but the most magical moment of serendipity, and I will say that, is years later. This is the last time me and Mook hung out. This is 3 years later.
This podcast is dedicated to Mook.
Shout out to Mook. He won't be listening, but if he is,
we'll dedicate this one to Mook at the end.
Me and Mook were getting a pint, having not seen each other for 3 years, and we went to a pub. First pub we went to, the lady behind the bar was our fucking teacher from street dance.
No way.
And then we performed the routine to her at the bar, and she was
unimpressed as ever. Yeah, wow.
I'm confused.
Well, I did street dance. I did street dance lessons with JP Amaria.
Wow, I'm speaking to a...
Yeah, speaking to... We're going to go. Yeah, bang on. I think I've discussed this on Boys Gone Wild. There's actually an episode where I perform, or at least do one of the moves.
Are you better than me?
Well, the main one that you're missing is the one where you do it with you put
Shuffling.
your legs out like that, and your arms go like that. That's how you prepare to battle. And then
okay, cool.
That's when someone else is dancing and you're ready to go in.
Yeah.
But we did it. Me and a few of my other friends did it, and then we went to I think it was year 6.
All right.
Went to I'm not bragging.
No.
We then went to a friend's birthday party.
Not bragging.
We went to a friend's birthday party, and I was wearing a Trilby hat.
Right.
Which is quite a bold fashion statement.
Yeah.
Even then. And everyone was like, go on. There was some dancing, and then there was circle forming, like the breakdance boys. And I got so nervous that I cried and left the party, or at least went outside.
Oh, they never
and
knew.
then I got convinced to come back in after crying, and then did it. And can you imagine that performance that I did, which is me with tear-stained face, doing the worst breakdance that's ever happened in the world? Just... It was horrible. Because one of the parents felt sorry for me, and then they all coaxed me into it.
Oh, God. Did you feel good after, or just ashamed?
Felt absolutely awful after. I was I prefer to have just cried and not done it, rather than tear-stained breaking.
There are some times where it's like, no, you'll regret not doing this. You should grab life by the... But sometimes it's like, no, that was actually really... That was as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah,
I
didn't want to do
myself and I feel worse.
I obviously can't break dance. This isn't going to be impressive in any way.
Why did you convince me otherwise?
Yeah, I mean, what I should have done is just dive in with confidence going, no one's going to care about this. No one cares if I'm actually good. Just try and do it. But it was too young a mind to realise that. So instead, that young mind just cried and ran out of the party.
Was it kind of formative, or did it just hurt
I think
you?
at the end of the day, it hurt me rather than help. It hindered me rather than helped me.
There are some things that do.
There are some things that do, and such is the nature of childhood and growing up. So back to the fucking army. What are some alternatives to the army that we could do?
Well,
the army is a controversial beast, obviously, you know. But
I've
is
heard-
it? But a necessity perhaps for defence? How are we meant to defend ourselves if
Well-
we don't have an army?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Thank you for asking that
It's a
question.
pleasure to talk to you.
One idea that I had, which I think maybe is a bit more fruity, but possibly more effective,
Mm.
is if you were trying to stop yourself getting invaded,
Yeah.
essentially kind of gross out the opposition. So, like, you know,
Is this again with your I'm disgusting, don't eat me
give them
tactic?
the ick. Give them, but like,
Again?
listen.
How
hear me
do you
out,
manage
hear
to
me out.
bring this up every week?
I want it to be like
To stave off attackers, just be disgusting.
the Germans are coming in and they find us, and I don't know, you've got somebody strung up, like, you know, the end of Midsummer where that guy is kind of like,
Yeah.
we're all doing that for fun.
Right.
We're all we're like fully like gross mutant.
Yeah.
That's what we do for like
Shit on our head,
like we're kind
arms
of
out
playing
our
playing
bums.
football.
Yeah.
Instead of that, we're just doing absolutely horrific
That's
stuff with
our
our body.
national pastime, is being strung up on a cross with disjointed bodies.
Yeah, and we're just doing weird,
Pissing
horrible
each other.
customs. It's like kind of culty and odd.
Yeah.
And just make them be like, right,
Probably not worth.
you can keep.
Don't really
your
want this
weird country.
anymore. Yeah.
We're going back to Hamburg. It's like that might be more of an effective deterrent of like, these guys are fucking gross. I'm not gonna like even bother. Even trying to kill them there'll be some weird shit that happens on the
Yeah. A lot of your kind of tactics
Shame
for
or
navigating
disgust?
the modern world is the sexual assault defense tactic of just like soiling yourself. So
beyond that, way beyond that. It's much more. It's the most,
I know, but that's the same principle.
It's essentially the idea,
isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, put your pants and make
You're a
them-
human possum. You're a human possum. It's playing dead. It's going, I'm gross, or I'm not worth
You
it.
honestly don't
So
want
I'm not
this.
worth it. I've got shit and piss in my pants,
I'm gross.
and I've got arms coming out of my legs.
I've been through
so
a lot.
why even bother coming anywhere near me?
You will catch what I've got if you touch me.
Yeah.
You got a whole department, the Department of Gross. Like you'd come
The
up with
Department of Gross.
you'd come up with the most amazing.
But it only works when the army arrives on your shores.
I think we can.
And then they'll just kill us
roll
all
it out
and then
'cause
take
they
the
might not-
land.
They might literally be like, "This is so fucked." We like make it into like almost like a horror film when you arrive.
So the army
It's
are scared.
so fucked.
Yeah.
They're
okay.
like, "This is really giving me the boogles." There's just like two fat guys conjoined while one of them is playing drums on his back with like human fingers, and we're there like there's like a kind of dog. There's a dog king, and he's like, "Rah!" And then everyone's like wanking and eating pepperoni. It's just horrible. It's like it's like a bad trip. We turn the country into a bad trip, basically.
With those kind of ideas, it's a surprise that we even have the army. There's such an
I think that would
obvious,
actually
such an
work.
obvious alternative.
No, because everyone's too scared, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we need to have fucking like guns and salutes." Like, no, just get everyone naked and tie some fat people together. Make it fucked. Make it horrible.
Seems like a good time to jump into Thinker's Corner. As ever, we've got we're going to hear some of the brightest and best minds that have ever lived and ever will live, including us, because we're part of Thinker's Corner as much as the bloody thinkers.
Us and whose army? You guys.
You guys, you're our fucking army.
You're our army.
Rise up. We
We're
haven't
your-
ever come up for a name for our
Our
listeners. Yeah.
We're gonna call them Grandpa.
Grandpa.
We're calling them Grandpa.
We call it
Grandpa. Grandma.
not even a plural noun.
Grandmama. Grandmapa.
Grandmama.
Grandmapa.
Grandmapa.
Yeah, you guys are Grandmapa. We want to make you proud, but ultimately you are in charge. Although we have more physical kind of strength.
Grandmapa. That's what we're going for the collective
know.
word.
I don't think we
for
should
our
stick on it, but
listeners.
for now it feels good.
Something to do with investigates.
Okay.
Sherlock Gnomes.
The
The investigators.
what's that thing when you do that, mate? The thought starters.
Thought leaders.
Thought leaders in their
Thought
field.
leaders?
Thought leaders in their field.
Thought leaders in their field.
You guys are thought leaders in your field.
So as ever, we're going to start off our march into Thinker's Corner with some quotes from some of the greatest minds.
Who do we
that
have
ever
in the
lived.
building?
Initially, we've got Alexander the Great. And I suppose he's here to prove just how great he thinks he is. Take it
Alexander
on.
the Fabulous, more like.
Why? Because he's...
Because he's wearing a little pink hat.
Why?
He's wearing a pink hat.
No, he's not.
He is.
Take it away, Alexander the Great.
Fabulous.
I am not afraid of an army of lions led by sheep. I am afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion.
Wow.
Thank you, Alexander.
Thank you very much.
Bollocks.
Okay.
What's a load of bollocks?
Rude, but I respect it.
So what? The leader is more important than the total of the army. What happens if all of the army haven't got legs?
And
Or-
their leader is some ripped guy,
Yeah, or no, they've got Alexander the Great, a very renowned leader, obviously,
but he's in charge of an army
but
of,
he's of people with no legs.
of
And
nuggets.
yeah, we're just rolling onto the battlefield. What are we doing here, Alexander?
Well, it depends who they are, though. What if the nuggets are absolutely like switched on, like and
Really on
really annoyed?
Annoyed?
An army of really angry. Can we say
See,
nugget?
how
Is
many-
nugget is slow?
We're
feel
on the
good.
line with that one. We're on the
Okay.
line with that one. But if you are paraplegics,
Yeah.
we'll say, so you are up against an army of paraplegics.
But they're fuming.
How many paraplegics do you think you can take if they're really annoyed versus if they're not annoyed?
Well, I mean, a lot less if they're not annoyed. A lot less. If
I
they're-
think it won't make
a lot
difference.
less if they're more annoyed. Sorry. Yes, it will.
Why?
They're furious.
They can't. How are they killing you?
They mean business. They got stuff in their mouth.
Well, they could have like
Acid. They got like
acid in their mouth.
They got
Gargling acid, slowly dying.
they got darts in their mouth.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's the only way
But if
it's going
they're
to work.
they're fine, they'd be like, "You all right?" And then I'd smack them in the face. And then I'd hit them in the head.
I think we're presuming that in this battle against you and the paraplegics, that the paraplegics are attempting to attack you.
Yes, but it's like, how much do they mean it? Are they just following
I don't
orders?
think it means anything about meaning.
I mean, look, obviously, if you've got an army of toddlers run by Paul Hollywood or an army of Paul Hollywoods run by a toddler, I guess you would want to. It's kind of the similar argument to one man versus 100 gorillas.
In some ways,
Is it not?
Kind of. No, not really.
Who am I fighting? I guess, yeah. Like,
Who would you prefer to fight?
Who are you here to fight?
Toddlers or men led by a toddler? Are toddlers led by men or men led by a toddler?
I'd rather fight the toddlers.
Me fucking too, obviously.
But
I think Alexander's just saying that because he was a leader.
And he's trying to rally his guys.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to rally his guys.
And he's also trying to
It's
put respect on his own name.
He's going like, wow, the leader's the most important thing.
I suppose it was more relevant back in the day in the kind of Lord of the Rings times, which did exist and it did happen, where you'd have like the king at the front with his sword clanging on the little sticks.
Yeah.
It's like, it's more relevant when you can see your leader. But if you've got like, you know, Gordon Brown is back at base in his high chair, it's like, well, fuck it then. I'm in the trenches.
Yeah.
It matters more when you can see your leader at the front.
Right, yeah. You want to follow that man into battle.
Otherwise, you know, if you've got like a toddler that means absolute business and you loads of Paul Hollywoods, toddlers on a horse hitting all the Paul Hollywoods hammers, I'll be like, fucking hell, let's do this.
Yeah.
But then if the toddler's back in base, it's like, well, if you know, it's loads of toddlers, Paul Hollywood trying to hit their hammers, they can barely even pick up their hammers.
Yeah.
So the point is very clear.
I suppose I couldn't agree more. Let's get Napoleon Bonaparte out here.
Napoleon, you're blowing me away by the amount of achievements you did. Well done.
Yeah, you're a bona fide legend. Now, pick us apart with your lovely quote.
Thank you.
An army marches on its stomach. Well, they don't march on their stomach, do they? They march on their feet. That's probably why he lost the Battle of Waterloo.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh. That wasn't the bit to hold on to. Because they arrived at Waterloo all just
full of
marching on their stomach.
Oh god.
Not full of anything.
Full of hot air, probably.
Hot air.
Hence the loss.
Thanks, Napoleon. Let's get Sun Tzu out here.
Come here, sonny.
Come here, sonny.
Come here, son. We're going to the zoo.
Take it away, son. Victory usually goes to the army, who has better trained officers and men. The art of war, more like the art of saying absolutely nothing.
God, the art of walking it in to the back of the net.
To the back. Because it's an open
I
goal.
could have told you that, to be honest.
I could have told you that too.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
That's like war for dummies.
Yeah.
If you have more guns and men, you will probably win the butt fight.
Yeah, bombs are helpful in
if you would like to win, you need to have more of the stuff.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you, son.
Surely there's more to that book.
You're a fucking charlatan.
There's a lot of like bros that read that book.
Yeah.
I was going to read that book for a bit.
Were you? For what purpose?
Because I just didn't know. I could barely read.
Because you're lacking tactical warfare now in your day-to-day life.
I guess so. I think it would benefit me to be a bit more strategic militarily in terms of how I go about my business.
What kind of business are you looking to be more strategic?
How I haggle it in the shop.
Fair enough.
This chomp is 20p. No, it's 15p. And I have a hammer in my pocket. I would like that now.
Okay. So it's kind of just a rob.
And in my friendship situations, I think it'd be good for me to have a bit more might behind me.
Yeah, okay.
Don't fuck around with Charlie anymore.
No.
He'll get very annoyed, and he has a lot of land.
He knows how to flank now, and he's become a very dangerous opponent.
He owns a horse.
Yeah.
And he'll send it in.
He does.
Send it into
Is that what the art of war says? Own horse.
Own horse.
Own horse.
Horse bigger than man.
Horse bigger than man? Horse bigger than man?
Horse will knock man over if run into.
So that concludes our lovely quote section, and now we're going to continue to dive into Thinker's Corner with some interesting studies and looks across the world at different armies. We're going to kick off with some different army recruitment.
I'm really excited for
slogans.
this.
Thank you, Charlie. We need that kind of enthusiasm
I'm really
in this
excited.
world.
I really needed this.
So we're going to kick off with some different army recruitment slogans. There's obviously some classics going around. We got the UK, your army needs you. This is belonging.
Be the best.
Nothing can do what a canned soldier can do. Well, that's clearly not right. Nothing can do what a canned soldier can do.
Do you mean what a soldier can do?
Nothing can do what a canned soldier do.
I don't think that's it.
I don't think that's the correct one. France, can you do it?
Not sure about that one.
No? Can you do it?
Can you do it?
Do what?
It implies doubt, which we're all full of.
Can you do it?
No, you can do it. You can do this. You're the best in the world.
It's a challenge,
You're
isn't
the
it?
strongest boy I've ever met. That's what it should have been.
You're the strongest boy I've ever met.
You're the strongest, kindest boy I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Time for you to get nasty.
Germany, do what really counts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apply yourself.
Apply yourself. Singapore, it's not crazy. It's the Navy. A shame that the Navy's been mentioned, but
Because I think they do conscription. They do military service there,
they do, yeah.
which must be a fucking nightmare.
It must be a nightmare.
I guess if we all do it, then it's okay. I mean, one thing I will say, is if we want to make the army less horrible and boring to join, because you know there's a big recruitment issue in the UK. Don't know if you've heard about it.
Yeah.
Trident's in the bin, the army's in the bathroom,
Toilet.
What we could do is just everybody's in the army. We are all officially in the army, even the kids. The kids are digging little holes. The women are...
What's this obsession you have with digging holes?
Spirit of the Blitz, but it's just all the time we're blitzing.
Do you think a significant part of what the army do is digging holes?
I think it's not irrelevant. I think any depiction
I imagine
of
they
war,
have to dig some holes.
Any depiction of war, ultimately, we are worms in the ground. We've got our little fucking silicon new builds, but ultimately, if it all hits the fan, me and you are hiding in a trench.
Yeah, okay. Sweden, you have what it takes? Yeah.
Ikea.
Yeah.
Ikea.
Yeah.
You have what it takes.
Russia, you
make
are a
this
man,
cupboard.
act like it.
That's what it says on the tin.
Makes sense for the Russians to do that.
I mean, they are machismo fucking guys.
No bloody wonder there's a recruitment crisis with slogans like that.
I agree.
So we've come up with our own army slogans to get young people into the army.
Do you want to get us kick us off, Private Quran?
Thank you, Lieutenant General. It would be a pleasure, Milner. Army, more like arm you. Please join us.
Bar am you.
What?
You seen that?
No.
Okay, well, I'll leave it up for the heads. If anyone gets it,
What is it?
I don't know if I should tell you.
Why?
It's from the film Babe.
Okay, it's a Babe reference.
Which there should be more of in podcasts.
Fine, yeah.
Me and this army.
That's yours.
That's mine.
Okay, me and this army. It's not really a call to come and join us. It's like, I'm actually all right.
No, but it's the picture.
Me and this army.
The picture is like a university prospectus. There's a dwarf. There's an Angolan lady there. There's a
Because there's
Frenchman
a big drive for the UK army to recruit Angolan women.
and dwarves.
And dwarves.
And also a Frenchman and a adolescent Corsican. And we're all there like this. Looking
So you're kind of
ripped.
starting a global army.
Yeah, classic 11.
Right. A classic 11 army. Okay, full of dwarves and Angolan women.
Yeah.
And the slogan is, you and this army.
No, me and this
Me
army.
and this army.
Yeah.
Okay. What's that? I can army hear you. Come closer so I can hear you. No, closer than that. A little more. Haha, you're in the army now.
That's excellent.
So you're slowly, it's like
Favourite
kind of
yet.
leaving cheese out for a mouse.
Haha, you're in the army now.
Haha, you're in the army now.
We've
So
got
they're
you.
going to go, what?
No, wait, I didn't sign up. Unlucky.
No, I'm
Too
not.
late.
I don't want to join the army.
You're
I
in my clutches.
I don't want to join. And now they're in the barracks. Lock the doors.
Yep.
Put them in some
Pick
fucking
up your-
khaki.
pick up
and
your
then
gun.
shave their heads and smack them on the bottom and off they go.
Yep, go do some whittling.
Yes, because again, the army's activities mostly consist of whittling and digging holes.
My next one,
Yep.
obviously there's a famous one which is be the best.
Right.
Do your worst.
Oh God, yeah.
Do your worst.
Let's just encourage war crimes.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. At this point,
At this point, I guess because there's a thin line between army recruitment videos about, inspiring someone who's a bit lost to do their thing / just gathering in people who haven't got a clue what they want to do and giving them a gun and saying, why don't you go and shoot people for a living? So at this point, just be honest with it.
all's fair in love and war, including crime.
Including crime, and this is war.
crimes.
Let's bring love into it. Maybe you find your wife in the army, your husband.
I don't want to meet her there.
No.
So it seems like a really
But
bad
if you're
place.
in the army, maybe you would.
I'm not in the army.
Thank you for clarifying that. Now, this one's quite a dry satire of the current army. So put your satire belt on because it's going to get quite steamy in here.
My satire belt is giggling quite sarcastically at me.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, buckle it up. Shut up. We're trying to do something.
It's saying things like, I'm a belt, not.
Must be a nightmare to have that belt on.
I don't mind it.
The army. The army is prison for people who are about to commit crimes. See that on a fucking private eye headline, wouldn't you?
It's prison for people who are about to commit.
Because it's
now,
like,
is that going to help people join though?
No.
No,
maybe.
It's quite right.
For those who want to, for those who want to commit crimes where you don't want to be in prison. What it is a cutting satire of what the army is.
It is. It's incisive.
Prison, the discipline, you got to do what you're told. You don't have any freedom, but you're about to commit the crime. Imagine that.
Your farmy needs you, and it's a kind of AI pig with a gun and a massive muscle with a piece of sweet corn.
I'm going to have to ask you to elaborate on that one.
Your farmy needs you.
Are you trying to recruit farmers?
Yeah, but
you're not. But we're not trying to recruit.
No,
farmers.
we are. There's a farming war. I mean, that's why Clarkson was in town. Your farming needs you. It's more for Clarkson's drive to protect our farmers, support the farmers. Your farming needs you.
So it's
AI pig looking ripped and annoyed with a bit of sweet corn, and he's wearing camouflage.
So it's a farm pun.
Yeah,
and only really works if there's a farmer war.
Your farming needs you. There might be when the water crisis hits. Because the water crisis very quickly turns into the grain crisis and the corn crisis.
Okay. So you're prepared for this
Preparing for Farmageddon.
Yeah, because Farmageddon. I am surprised it's taken us that long to link farm with army.
Your farming needs you.
Your farming needs you. There was a very spooky. Let's get spooky.
Okay, boogle.
Very, bang on.
Snooble Tooble.
The Ghost Army of 1944. The Ghost Army was the first mobile multimedia tactical deception unit in US Army history. Consisting of 82 officers and 1,023 men, this top secret unit was capable of simulating 2 whole divisions, approximately 30,000 men, and used visual, sonic, and radio deception to fool German forces, misleading them as to the size and location of Allied forces, whilst giving the actual units elsewhere time to maneuver.
So a booby army, a decoy army,
A booby army?
a kind of booby trap army.
Yeah. It's like they're the equivalent.
They're the trolls. They're trolling us.
Yeah. The Ghost Army uniquely consisted of a carefully selected group of artists, engineers, professional soldiers, and draftees, including famed artists such as fashion designer Bill Blass, painter Ellsworth Kelly, and photographer Art Kane.
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly was not included in the Ghost
He was
Army.
too busy being a sexual predator.
No to R. Kelly, and yes to
Not on your R. Nelly.
Ellsworth Kelly.
Yeah.
Not on your R. Nelly. If only someone was there to say not on your R. Nelly.
Can I
to
kiss
R.
you?
Kelly.
Not on your R. Nelly.
Not on your R. Nelly.
Now go away.
Can I do these horrible things? Not on your R. Nelly.
Maybe that would have changed everything.
Would have changed everything. We wouldn't have this horror in the world. The unit waged war with inflatable tanks and vehicles, fake radio traffic, sound effects, and even phony generals. Pardon? Blimey. Using imagination and illusion to trick the enemy. They would camouflage the forces imperfectly so that enemy aerial reconnaissance could see them. That's the Ghost Army.
I see.
Yes.
So a booby army.
A booby army.
A booby army.
Yeah.
I think that's where we would be best used, probably.
100%.
Kind of rolling around with inflatables, woggles even. You know, the pool sort of...
Yeah, woggles,
the tubes that you get in pools.
Yeah, look at the action you're doing.
And sparklers, and just kind of...
Yeah.
Doing deception. We'd be doing kind of, like, say you're in the World War II.
Yes.
We would start doing kind of Thailand, Sawadee Ka. Just like shout that over the trench, and the Germans like...
I thought we were meant to be fighting.
Thailand are involved.
Yes.
Holy shit, we've underestimated our enemy.
Yes. They've managed...
Hang on. Balade! The Andorrans are here.
Andorrans are here. Oh no, we've misunderstood.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And then we just throw in like a balloon, which is the shape...
They've got the Minotaurs involved. Yeah.
Yeah, like...
Well, that was nothing. The bird people have joined the side of the Allies.
We would conjoin a kind of mad new animal, a kind of bat pig, throw it over the trench. They've got bat pigs.
They've got bat pigs. Again, it's kind of...
The Thai Andorran Minotaur Native American bat pig army are coming. Let's get the fuck out.
We're vastly underprepared for this.
This is crazy. I didn't
realise that they had the river trolls on side.
How's this?
Be smashed Germans now.
Yeah, so that would be...
Well, what we would do is over the radio waves, we could fake a conversation between a British general and a river troll. So I'd be like, "River troll, are you prepared to attack? We're going to flank. My unit will take them from the left flank. Are you good to take them on the right? And have you got your big smashing thing? Right. Well, we'll attack them. We'll attack them at dusk. See you on the battlefield. Yes, you can. We can ship some water to you.
Thank you. Please.
You're a river troll, though. Don't you have your own water?
No, I tried every other, and now I only drink that.
Fine. It does make sense that the river trolls become used to our customs.
Yes.
So we will ship you as much Evian as possible. To battle. And then the Germans would then run away.
And then in terms of the radio thing, we kind of compile, Greg James, Chris Moyles, Ronan Keating. They're all those guys there, and they make the most annoying morning radio. They're talented people. They work together to make the worst radio show possible.
Right.
And then we infect the...
And how does the worst radio show go?
Good morning to all you motherfuckers.
It's the radio and we're here to do it.
Not.
Whoopsie. Ding dong, ding dong.
Need a pee.
It's drive time and you're here with me.
Good banter detected. In my tummy.
So what have you been up to tomorrow, Charlie?
Mainly eating spaghetti.
Oopsie.
Although, not my favorite pasta.
Oopsie. It's not like there's a war on. Psych.
Boop, 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 boop.
Babbly, babbly, babbly.
My mama.
Now let's go to the middle of the road where it's our thinker's man.
Here's Jason Mraz. Not, it's Coldplay.
I live inside a haze.
I know.
So it wouldn't take long for us.
Lights, and then we just play Lights
will guide
you, and then Ronan Keating goes,
Gnome.
Okay, so that's what it would sound like, and
it would be annoying.
It would be annoying.
We'd do that,
and then they wouldn't be staying
they'd be like,
in the
"Fuck
trenches
this!"
along.
And they've got Minotaurs, and this is the worst thing I've ever heard.
They've got Minotaurs, river trolls, and how am I meant to stay in this trench?
I can't handle this
with this nonsense
No.
on the fucking airwaves. So that's great. Well, there's the kind of bouncy, inflatable in tanks, which I'm a big fan of. Make it, think bigger.
Total Wipeout.
Bouncy castles.
Okay,
They haven't just got tanks. They've got
literally
castles.
bouncy castles.
They've got castles.
They've got fucking castles.
How are we meant to infiltrate these massive castles that
We've
they have?
totally misjudged even the era of this war. This is fucking crazy.
This is crazy.
They've got like knights and jousting and goblins and grenades. They got we've covered all bases of war ever.
Yeah, we have.
We've got
Crossbows, lances, longbows,
DCI Big Butt.
spears. DCI Big Butt?
Yeah, he's there too.
Oh yeah, so we've covered all bases of war throughout history: lances, strongbows, and DCI Big Butt. Well, who is DCI Big Butt?
He's there to make sure that everything's actually.
Does he have a big bottom?
No,
Right.
He's just cursed by this very, very, very unfortunate name.
That's his genuine second name.
Big Butt.
So he's a detective that's inexplicably joined the war effort, but still maintaining his detective title.
Yeah, Nathan Big Butt.
What does DCI Big Butt do in the war effort?
He's basically there to uncover corruption in the trenches.
Right, so he's kind of like
Superintendent.
he's military police.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
Superintendent Fannytown is.
Who's that?
That's
his
what
boss.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we got Superintendent Fannytown and DCI Big Butt, who were there on the battlefield to uncover
to
corruption.
clean up the stink.
Clean up the stink of the corruption that's rife within the armed forces.
In our booby army.
So how does that come into our ghost battalion?
That's just for us.
Okay, that's to keep the ghost battalion honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
To stay on the mission. You do need that.
You do need, yeah.
Power corrupts all.
Power does corrupt all.
The Minotaurs are kind of a selling counterfeit Game Boys.
And that seems like as good a time as any to jump into fucking crawl. What's that? Prone crawl?
We're sort of
skydive. No, they don't skydive, do they? They jump out. What's jumping out of a plane? They jump out of a
Free
plane.
falling.
Free fall plane parachute jump.
We're about to parachute down into Patreon Valley, which we can't see because it's covered in camouflage.
They've camouflaged everywhere.
So we've got no idea if we're actually there or not.
Yes.
We think we might be because we can hear some rustling, and it's actually Ron committing a war crime in the hedge.
So is the Patreon Valley at war?
Yeah.
Against them Inter? Or?
Against Bill and Ben, actually.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's not good. But Bill and Ben have a lot of firepower. Civil War is difficult in these days of mass, the difference in armory between those in power and the people, but the people are putting up quite the fight. But Bill and Ben have got like RPGs and shit and stuff like that.
Right, okay. So not good scenes.
Ron is sexually assaulting
Why?
Ben. Ron is sexually assaulting Ben in the hedge.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it sounds like the Valley
It's
members
a bit mad
do
in
well.
there, to be honest.
It's a bit mad in there, but we do have some changes to the Patreon Valley. We've just employed our first town crier, or our only town crier, maybe. After a pretty competitive round, hiring round, we have found our town crier, who is Fred Tyrrell's Crisps, Salt and Vinegar. It's Fred, I think.
Amazing.
Who's amazing.
Half deaf. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Half deaf, grade 8 classical singer.
Yeah.
I mean, what sort of a package is that? That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
So we have a new town crier who's going to be doing some
And
sort
he
of
loves
announcements.
shouting, apparently.
He does love shouting.
Perfect rhyme.
So we have got our first town crier, which is lovely.
Yeah.
So if you want to dive into that, then, come along to the Patreon Valley.
Hear ye, hear ye. Hear me, hear me.
Hear me, hear me. We have some things to say. And now we're going to get some questions from the Valley members. They've come out of their camouflage. They're popping out. We just think we're looking at a grassy mound. But
Couldn't be more wrong.
Up pops Andy.
Ghillie suit, ghillie suit, ghillie suit.
And Andy just pops up and he goes, "Hi there, guys. You are a general addressing a new regiment of troops. How does your first speech to them go? How do you establish yourself as a leader? And what kind of leader would you see yourself as?"
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, obviously. Firstly, how are you?
We're okay.
You all right? I'm Charlie. I'm in charge. Basically.
In charge, Lee.
I'm in charge, Lee. No time for that though, because there's a war going on.
Apologies.
It's so boring that there's a war going on. I'm actually really annoyed. But we've got to do something about it. So obviously, you guys are in the army, as you probably know. Or at least I hope you do. I hope you do know that. You know the phrase "you in whose army"? Well, guess what? You in this army. No one likes a soldier that's never fought in a war. I wouldn't trust a soldier if I met one and it's like, "Where did you serve?" "Nowhere. I was just in Lincoln for the whole time." Right, well, what was the point in that then? A soldier without his army is like a Michael without his cane. It's falling over all over the shop. Okay? So,
Nice.
Get your gun out and go and have some fun, but not too much fun, and bring home the bounty. Thank you.
Well, I will touch on like a Michael without his cane always falling over. Was that off the dome?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. A Michael without his cane.
Do us proud, everyone.
Okay.
Now, what about you?
What's up, maggots? Only joking. You guys look like a pretty cool bunch of cats and characters for this army. But be serious, because we're about to go fight a war. And fighting a war doesn't all have to be hard work, but it is a lot of difficulty. So, get your guns ready, because I'm about to lead you into some pretty harsh, damn god-far battles. You gotta trust me, but you gotta work hard as well. I'm your man, but also, I'm your boy as well. Just kick back and relax and do some hard work, because this is the time for us, the army, the boys of the nation. Let's go feed ourselves and fight for our mums, because they're who we're really doing it for. Now, go slap your fucking rucksacks on, let's go on a hike. Because to be a real hiker, you gotta know how to be in the army. Just fucking traverse and traverse, it's time to fucking shine. Are you all with me so far? Great, let's fucking hit it. Boys and men, men and boys. You're for me and I'm for you. Always is number one, the army.
Okay. You lost me and then you had me.
Yeah.
Slap your rucksacks on. So I guess this guy's like, fucked? Are you fucked?
I think he's mentally unwell.
Has he been in the army?
He's been in the army for too long.
I respect it then.
Yeah, he's been bossed
Like,
over the head
Jesus
quite
Christ,
a lot.
he's been in the army a long time.
This guy is so
He's
experienced.
the most army guy I've ever met.
essentially
He's actually lost it.
the ability to speak or be normal. He's kind of like, I think he's trying to do the I'm one of the boys, whilst trying to install the importance of hierarchy, but is getting confused between the two.
Yeah. He's long in the tooth. But you are going to follow that guy anyway, I'd imagine.
I wouldn't follow him round a corner.
Oh, I'd be like, fucking hell, he's been around the block. Okay, I'm gonna like.
It says a lot about you that you want the army leaders to be the most mentally challenged as
I want him to
possible.
have done so much army that it's like that's my problem though. It's like the guys in charge better have fought.
Yeah, but if you fight too hard.
I don't plan on becoming you. It's just like I'll do a bit. I'll do a couple years.
And now it's time to zip line our way up to Peace's pasture. There's poppies everywhere in Peace's pasture.
Mini poppy.
Mini poppy?
Yeah. I love poppies. Don't really understand them. Why are they to do with drugs?
Heroin.
There's heroin in poppies.
Something like that.
So we've got loads of heroin fields in the UK.
We don't have many poppy fields in the UK.
Do we not?
No. Such a beautiful plant for such poor powder.
Well, it's nice powder initially, and then it gets cut with other stuff.
So
such as
pure
Daz
heroin's a
and
good
glass.
thing.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it comes out the ground.
On this podcast, we're saying heroin is a good thing as long as it's not cut with anything. But as ever, we're going to finish off this episode with some pieces that we've written to discuss the topic at hand, which this week is the army. This week is no different.
Yeah.
We're going to start off with my piece, which is called The Army, and it's by me. A sniper and a spotter are pinned down deep into the desert. Their lips have blisters. Sweat drips down their faces. They're running out of water. Movement. Left side of house, top window. Miss.
Miss who?
You missed. What? You missed the target. What are you talking about?
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, cool.
Movement. Now right side of house. Bottom window. Miss.
Miss who?
You missed the target again.
Oh, yeah, okay,
What's going on?
cool. What?
Nothing. Whatever. Movement. Out of front door. Tracking east. Weapon. Miss.
Miss who?
Miss Havisham. Mrs. Doubtfire. Is that what you want? What do you want me to say?
What about Mrs. Doubtfire?
What are you talking about? That's a hit.
Yeah, and you'll never Mrs. Doubt my firing again, will you?
I'm so sorry. I owe you everything. Private Milner was later awarded the Victoria Cross for his presence of mind, bravery and humour in a life-threatening situation. He went on to retire from the army, having achieved the highest rank in the British military, a 5-star Field Marshal. As of the current day, Field Marshal Milner's whereabouts are unknown, but amongst the many historians that dedicate themselves to the mapping of his extraordinary life, it is believed that he is out there, inspiring and spreading humour in equal measure.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
I guess that's the value of trusting your trench mates and communicating properly. Otherwise, you'll get...
Trust your brothers in arms, but you
Trust
can
your
also
brothers.
bring some levity to the situation as well.
And don't underestimate them
Don't underestimate people, and don't underestimate comedy.
or the army,
Or the army as well, because they have guns.
which is impossible to fight against
Unless you've also got guns.
with your bare hands.
Yes. Don't try and fight the army with your fists.
I have a piece as well. I'm going to read it if that's okay.
That's absolutely fine.
This is called...
The army?
Yeah, I think so. This is called The Army, and this is called The Army, and it's by me.
Hello? Yeah, that's me. Who's this? Am I in trouble? What? I've never even been in a fight. Sounds a bit heavy. Do I have to? Or what if I don't want to? Stop telling me I belong here. I don't belong anywhere. Was it anything like the adverts? It does look kind of a laugh on the adverts. Fine, I'll come, but I'm not doing any roly-polies. Can't I just do the teas or something? I'll make it really delicious builders. Deal? Okay, cool. Alright, you're right to pick me up.
That's me being conscripted.
And they let you do the teas.
They let me,
Right.
because at least something's happening.
Hey,
At least I'm doing something.
yeah, and you know, war efforts aren't just about those of guns.
Use me where I'm actually useful.
Yeah,
I'm a tea boy.
yeah.
I come from the kettle.
You do come from the kettle.
The reason I'm here in this room right now is because of the kettle.
That's absolutely true.
So let me be there.
You're some sort of kettle
Boy.
hybrid.
I'm the kettle man.
Be a kettle man, briefly. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, powerful pieces that have really dived into the soul of what the army is.
Absolutely.
And I hope we've all learned something from it.
What have you learned this episode?
What have I learned this episode, Charlie? Well, I'll bloody tell you. Is that we need to rethink our recruitment processes for the army.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, it's not working and it's lying at the same time.
It is.
I think we should change our...
Change the adverts.
Change the adverts. Change the traditional army into some sort of ghost bouncy castle.
Get the Minotaurs involved.
Yeah.
Pretend to be from Thailand to freak out your enemy, as they think you've got many more nations involved than you do.
Absolutely. In this world of deception, why do we need to raise a gun?
No, just do imitations and
Have
involve
a naked man run out with some
animals.
sparklers, and they'll go. Oh, I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I think we've got.
This is weird.
I think we've got this all wrong.
Yeah, I think we should go back to base.
And they'll retreat, and everything will be fine after that.
And
So
then
put
peace
down
in
the
our
guns, pick up the bouncy castles. What have you learned this week?
I've learned all of that,
Yeah.
and that I need to reconnect with my friend Mook from school. Because,
Yes.
he and I go way back, and it's been too long.
Yes.
And I still have the screenshots of our FaceTimes.
This one is dedicated to Mook. This episode of the podcast.
Shout out to Mook.
Dedicated to Mook. So yes. Well, we hope you've learned many things about the army. Love you, Charlie.
I love you very much.
See you next week.